What's good, YouTube? This is Boxing Wave. I hope everyone is having a great week so far. I just posted the Conor Ben against Chris Eubank Jr. breakdown. So if you haven't seen it, please go check that out. Also, if you haven't seen the breakdown video for this fight right here between Shakur Stevenson and Robson Conceição, please check that out as well. And I just uploaded the Joseph Parker against Joe Joyce fight that's coming up this weekend as well. So all those breakdowns are out, and there will be more breakdowns on the way for future fights. I'm trying to get them all out of the way this week and the next week. All right, so look, let's talk about this weigh-in between Shakur Stevenson and Robson Conceição that just went down. Shakur Stevenson is 1.6 pounds overweight. All right, they are supposed to make weight at 130, and Shakur came in at 131.6. Robson Conceição made weight. All right, what does this mean? Well, Shakur is unified at 130, and he is going to be stripped of his 2 titles because normally you have 2 hours to try to make weight. And Shakur, according to his tweet, he says that he just can't do it. He can't make the weight, and 135 is going to be his next move. So he's going to move up in weight. What do I think about it? Well, it's very unprofessional because if you look at it, you know, there's fighters that don't make weight sometimes, and sometimes if you know you're not on track to make weight, sometimes fighters agree before the fight, maybe a day before the fight, that they'll rewrite the contract and say, like, let's make this weight and make a new weight. Robson Conceição made weight, okay, and he has to drain himself to make weight because he wants to fight and win a title. You know, he's disciplined himself to do it. Shakur, while I'm looking at him on the weigh-in, he doesn't look as he looks a lot softer than he normally does. And I actually went back and looked at the Oscar Valdez weigh-in. I looked at the Jamel Herring weigh-in, which were both fights at 130. And he looked a lot softer. He didn't look as shredded as he normally would at 130, and you can see that Robson looked extremely shredded for this fight. He looks ready for the fight, and there's no doubt in my mind that Robson Conceição is going to be at his best tomorrow night. Now, as far as Shakur Stevenson, it's very disappointing because even if you have plans of moving up to 135, as long as you're fighting at 130, you should try to still make the weight. Okay, if he absolutely can't make the weight, and it happens a lot with a lot of fighters at time, luckily for him, he's on a platform, he's with a group where he can have the privilege of missing weight and still get opportunities later. You know, there's plenty of opportunities up at 135. He already fought Oscar Valdez, who is the big fish at 130. He already beat Oscar Valdez. You know, you still got other champions out there, but he beat the top dog at 130 already. I would have liked for him to stay at the division to try to become undisputed at the division before going up to 135, simply because I know there are bigger names, there are bigger stars at 135, but most of those guys are not fighting each other at 135 anyway. So that's kind of why I wanted him to stay at 130. Plus, some of those guys at 135 are already making plans on moving up to 140. So we know there's more stars at 135, but who would he actually really fight? Devin Haney is with Top Rank for the moment, but he's all tied up with the Kambosos rematch and the winner of Lomachenko against Jermaine Ortiz. So he's already got a couple fights planned out already. And everybody else is on different sides of the streets. So I'm not really sure who he would be facing. So look, I am disappointed. One thing, and the main thing I wanted to make this video for is this: I hope he's not losing focus. You know, missing weight is bad, it's poor, it's in poor taste. I don't like it. I didn't like it when David Benavidez did it. You know, I just was talking about how not everybody has the privilege to miss weight and lose their titles and still get opportunities. Shakur will still get opportunities. Tank Davis, when he did it, he still got opportunities. There are plenty of fighters that miss weight. It's not the end of the world. It is unprofessional though. But I just hope he's not losing focus on this fight. I hope he really couldn't make the weight and he's just not sleeping on Robson Conceição, because in my opinion, I know you saw my breakdown of the fight. I still believe as confident as I am that Shakur is going to win this fight, and as focused as I still think he is, I still believe that Robson Conceição is still one of the best opponents on his resume up to this point. I think he's still one of the most dangerous fighters up there. You know, he is bigger than Shakur. He's taller, he's longer, and he is a very good boxer. All right, and he is an Olympic gold medalist, and he's proven. You know, I don't think this fight is any less dangerous than the Oscar Valdez fight. All right, and I'm not even basing that solely on the fact that Conceição gave Valdez a tough fight. I'm just looking at the styles. Yes, I think Shakur is going to win. All right, and win pretty wide. I believe that, but I think Robson is just as dangerous as any other top opponent that Shakur has faced up to this point. I do think that Robson is a more dangerous opponent than Jamel Herring. All right, for sure. So with that being said, I'm just hoping he's not sleeping on Robson. I know I've been listening to his interviews, and he seems to be really focused. I mean, even looking at the weigh-in, his body language looked like he was embarrassed and ashamed that he missed weight. You know, it doesn't look like he's just like whatever. He seemed to look embarrassed by the fact that he missed weight, okay? As he should be. But listening to his interviews, it seems that he has an announcement that he's going to make probably after the fight. I just hope he's not looking past Robson Conceição. It's not a walk in the park. And it doesn't matter. We give predictions all the time, and we are wrong a lot. And even though I think that he is going to win wide, I could be completely wrong. This could be a complete disaster. I'm sure people are trying to gonna run and put a little bit money down on Conceição just because Shakur missed weight. All right, it's gonna happen. That's how people do it because Shakur is such a huge favorite. I don't even think he should be that much of a favorite. That, you know, people are gonna look to bank out if Shakur happens to lose this fight in some way. You know, but I don't believe that's gonna happen. But still, it's still very unprofessional. I just hope. I really hope, because Shakur is my favorite young fighter right now, you know, 25 and under. And I believe that he's going to be a pound for pound fighter in the future at some point in his career. But I just really hope he's not looking past Robson Conceição and he's looking too forward in the 130. The 135 talk, it's just been too much of it lately, and it's really bothering me. I hope he's looking on this fight like this fight is a very dangerous fight, because it is. All right. So anyway, that's my views on it. It's not the end of the world. It is bad, but as long as he gets the job done tomorrow, that's all that matters. But even if he is to win, he will no longer be a champion at 130. And he's going to be stripped of his 2 titles. All right. So that's my views on the fight. Please, if you are new, subscribe to the channel. And if you like the content, hit the thumbs up. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.